Queen of Hearts. A very little known 2D doujin fighting game that apparently exists. It's a series. Got like 98, 99, and other stuff, so it counts enough. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, what is happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent Big Ugly himself, Omari Ellis, Feo Grande on YouTube, back with another episode of Whatever We Want podcast, and as usual, I am joined by my co-host and running mate, one of my best friends in the world, who bears watching, Super Jazz.
As nature intended. What's going on, everybody? Yes, as he so eloquently, beautifully, wonderfully, undeniably, indescribably, indubitably, amazingly said, I ran out of synonyms, said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We do not leave this, I said my shit backwards. We're gonna go with it. We do not leave this conversation. This conversation leads us. And I go by the name of Super Jazz or Jazz, SJJT, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And we let these chips fall where they may.
Oh my goodness, every Wednesday.
I said that shit backwards as fuck, yeah.
This opening.
Everything about this opening is just fucked.
Yes. That's right. This is the Whatever We Want podcast. And like you said, we talk about that, just whatever we want. And you know, I started it off, that Queen of Hearts series, I needed something for Q. I'm not gonna lie. I almost thought I had screwed up. I'm like, is this the one letter that has no fighting game? Whether 2D, whether 2D, 3D, 2.5D, arena fighter, an anime fighter, every wrestling game, there was like nothing. There's nothing else that was like Queen of anything. And I'm like, what the is going on?
Not like Quick.
You would think, I'm like, Quick Strikers or something has to exist.
Yeah.
It just, at least on the Wikipedia list of fighting games, which I had to double check to find this Queen of Heart thing, but it was just like nothing.
There's no way.
Nothing. I'm like, there's gotta be something.
Video games.
Not video games.
No, I just want to put in
fighting games. Yes.
I'm gonna put in
video games. Qbert.
Oh well, duh. Okay, yeah, okay. I know I didn't mean straight up. And of course I do Q video games, and without me being super specific, fucking all Quake 4, Quake 6, Quake Champion, Quake 2, Quake Jesus.
Yeah, shooters. Yeah, we got Q. We got a lot of Q games. I just didn't think there wouldn't be that many Q fighting games. But apparently there weren't.
Q fighting games. First thing that pops up, Q is a video game character from the Street Fighter series.
It sure is, isn't it? That's what came up for me when I tried doing that after looking through the list.
He said, I did the same thing, Gavs. Stand down.
Trust me, I looked at that whole list. It had all fighting games broken down from 2D to 2.5D to 3D to arena fighters to 2.5D, 3D, 4D, whatever, arena fighters.
Oh, you mean going on Wikipedia?
Yeah, it had all kinds of stuff. It had wrestling games. It had all kinds of stuff. It had boxing games, UFC. Obviously, UFC isn't gonna be fucking starting with Q, yes, but you get my point. It wasn't even like UFC Queens of the Ring or Queens of the Octagon or some shit, to my knowledge.
There's something called Queen of Heart. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Well, then
I had to double check to find that. Because I looked through the list, I didn't see it, and then I went to fucking Google to search for for what you just did, and then I went back and I'm like, no, there's got to be something, and there it was. I was like, holy shit!
But damn you, like,
and there's not even like a real link to it on that Wikipedia. I had to go look up the game on Google itself to find out what it was.
How the fuck are there no fighting games that have a Q? How is this a thing?
That start with a Q.
How has this happened?
How could this happen to me?
I
My
mean,
mom was there.
they fucking like they start with every goddamn letter. You said you had another one and you were thinking about putting like one with the. What was the?
The Queen of Heart.
Ah, well, fuck it. Okay. Because I was gonna say,
Yeah.
in
No,
that
no,
case,
no,
I
no, no.
definitely
I'm,
would have
I'm,
let
I'm
you stretch.
dropping the if it means I get to put
I would have let you stretch that shit. Of course.
yeah.
Is
Shit.
there really no? What the fuck? How would
Yeah, my
as a,
whole alphabet thing would have ended right at I'm like, oops, I fucked up, man.
what would you have done
Uh
if
I
you couldn't find
know.
shit?
Um does it at least have a word with Q somewhere in the title? Do I need to do something like that? I gotta do something,
A
man.
word with Q in the
Is
title.
there a Chinese game that's not listed here that like, about old dynasty that I don't want to mispronounce the name and sound like I'm being thing, but like QING. That was a dynasty at one point and stuff like that.
Oh, that would have counted. That's key, right?
Something like that. But I'm saying I was gonna try to see if I could find something like that. I don't know
Oh,
if it exists.
you're not. You're saying it doesn't necessarily exist. You're
Yeah,
saying,
I would have looked for it. I would have looked for anything. I'm like, come on, there's gotta be something.
and then honestly, yeah, I would have. In that case, I would have let you get off with a wrestling game if you couldn't find
Yeah,
nothing.
no, no, there were wrestling games on there. On that list of fighting games, at the bottom, they have wrestling games too. And
I'm
not
looking
even
at the
those
page.
motherfuckers have a queue.
You talk about with a
There's
Q.
no
You
like
talk
Queens of the Ring.
Pure Wrestling Queens is the only wrestling game I see right now.
Queens, comma, pure wrestling.
That's cheap. That's cheap like a motherfucker. I love it, and I love it. That's some cheap ass shit.
Queens, comma, pure wrestling.
It's like, and there you go. God damn it, you motherfuckers.
It is weird that there aren't any fighting games that start with the word Q, being like queens of whatever. I mean, we have, for instance, we have the King of Fighters. And as hilarious as it is, their SNK themselves made a game where the whole idea was this is all the female characters from our fighting games, including a gender swapped Terry. And did they call it the Queen of Fighters? No, they called it SNK Heroines. So it's not like I could have even used that for Q. Because I just thought about that. But you would think, because there's so many freaking fan made fighting games out there, your Vanguard Princesses, your freaking Skullgirls, which was developed by a big enough company to be an actual game, but you know what I mean. There's other shit like that where the developers go, what if I made a fighting game with all female characters? And none of them start with the word Q or queen. A position of power.
This is crazy. Because I had to see, like, I believed you, but I had to see for myself. I was like, maybe he missed one. Let me
Someone will
see.
probably catch me in the comments and be like, please tell me how
I,
stupid I am, because I feel like I should have known.
I honestly hope that they do in the comments can find
I know
one.
what my R one's gonna be. Sorry,
No, I'm trying to think.
you probably don't know what it is.
I'm trying. Oh well, okay. The only thing I can think of is what we played back in the day when we used to spend the night over each other's houses and shit. Rival schools.
I thought about that before. I forgot about that as I thought about this next one. All right. But
And then of
before I
course,
forget about this,
S.
I mean, there's like 80,000 things you can pick with S.
The most obvious is Street
Soul
Fighter.
Calibur.
I'll see. I said Street Fighter.
I'm kidding.
And both of
But
them have
no.
like
Obviously, the obvious one is Street Fighter. Spoilers.
Yes. T you could do anyone and you could do the whatever if you wanted to.
It better
You
be something that starts with T without me having to use the word the, or I'm gonna be very upset.
I will let you. I will. I will not say-
RSTLNE are things. They're like the most common letters out there.
I will not. I mean, well, obviously I can't, but I will not hold it against you if you have to use the. Right, and of course X.
Oh
X
no! Are you stupid? No, no, no. Sorry. Don't say what just popped into your head when I said it's obvious because it is obvious.
you talking to
Okay.
me? Are you?
Yeah, for T.
Oh. I'm like,
I just had that moment in my head where I was like, I'm not gonna have to do that. T, then obviously it's something for T. And they're like, no, are you wait, no, let me not say what it is
hey,
now so that I can use it later in
it's
case there isn't something else that begins with T.
it's Tenkaichi.
Oh yeah, Tenkaichi, the Dragon Ball game.
Right. Now see,
Tenkaichi Budokai, no Dragon Ball.
now see that would be one that if you didn't use Dragon Ball whatever, you could either say Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, you could say Tenkaichi, or you could say Budokai. So you could do D, you could do B or T, and it would kind of count for each letter, kind of. But it would be a little bit cheating because you shouldn't be that stuck on B, T, or D. You shouldn't be that damn stuck to be having to cheat with motherfucking Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. So,
Yeah.
what is what is one of the more, I'm not gonna say favorite. What is one of the more unique or innovative fighting games that you think you played? Because you didn't play a lot of motherfucking fighting games, so like innovative. Because I would say Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi, and all that shit. That's innovative because you got the fucking dual split screen, so it's basically single player side by side, and it's almost like a one player game in a head to head fashion. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um. So that's why I'm like I always thought that was so innovative because of that.
I can see that. For
Not like
me,
the most innovative shit, but I thought it was different. I'll say different.
I thought that was different when I was a kid too. I was like, oh my goodness, it's like I'm in Dragon Ball.
Wow.
A similar experience I had with those kind of fighting games, like the anime fighters. There was a game called Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm or Naruto something something Storm over here, I think is what they called it. And it was like the Tenkaichi games, but your Naruto characters doing Naruto things. So
Okay.
instead of me being like, holy shit, I'm flying and shooting ki blast, I'm running on the wall like a ninja and throwing fucking kunai and shit and teleporting when people attack me because it's a log instead, ninja shit. Uh, and so, but it was still the whole over the shoulder. If you're playing two players, it did the split screen over the shoulder for both of you.
Right.
I know there are other fighters, and I think there were mech fighters that did it technically before Dragon Ball. Like I'm not sure if Virtua On did that or if they had each thing was its own screen next to each other in the arcade, but I know they had something similar. There's been similar things in other games where you had that kind of viewpoint. But as far as anime fighters goes, Tenkaichi was one of the first where I played it. It was like, hey, I actually feel like I'm playing the characters in the anime environment that they're in. So I will give you that as well.
And I also say I think Power Stone was innovative in a sense too because you have the the even like the 2D games or even the 3D games, but they're done in like a 2D fashion where you
Mm-hmm.
just side by side. And even so, Caliber you can run in a 3D kind of way, but you gotta push up or down twice, and you're still fighting in a 2D way. But Power Stone was like this is the aerial view of an area that you can explore however the fuck you want, and you can run across. And most games don't do that in a fighting game way, where
Yeah,
it's
not a
not
lot of arena
back and forth.
fighters. Yeah,
Yeah.
it pretty much set the standard as far as I'm concerned for arena fighters. Did Power Stone? I pretty much started that. I don't know any arena fighters for real that were before that, at least with that kind of style. I may be calling the wrong thing saying arena fighter, but you get my point. I'm agreeing with you. Like the things where
Mm.
it's in the 3D environment and you're moving around and attacking. Smash Brothers, for for
Smash
establishing
Brothers
the
was the place to
platform
start.
fighter
Yeah,
genre
yeah.
and mainstreaming it. Obviously, the most innovative fighting game would have to be the one that started it all. But fucking like Street Fighter and shit.
I was gonna say,
But
was Street Fighter the original? Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, the game that didn't deserve a sequel ended up having a sequel that defined a genre. It's hilarious. Street Fighter 1 didn't deserve a fucking sequel.
Oh, Street Fighter 2. Yeah.
Yeah, Street Fighter 1 did not deserve to have a sequel.
I
And
think
yet Street Fighter 2 is the game that defined fighting games.
have I seen the original Street Fighter? I think
Oh
so.
my
Is that
goodness.
where you can only pick like Ryu, and that's why they made Ken
You
because
could
they didn't know
only,
how to
yeah. Ken
they
would
didn't
be the second player if you had two players. You're either the red
know how to
guy
make the
or the
same
white
person.
guy. And by that I mean the outfits they're wearing, although the red guy is technically half white. The bottom line is, yeah, Ken's half white, but he's also half Japanese.
Right, right.
Guys, his hair, you can see his like black eyebrows.
Oh shit, yeah. Um,
Actually, over my fucking shoulder. Grab fucking mirrors. There we go. Kid with the eyebrows. Trying to camera
I
point.
was like trying to follow you, like,
Like keep over my shoulder. There's Ken with his black eyebrows and blonde hair.
but yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah,
But
yeah. If I think I had seen some of it, and from what I remember, the original Street Fighter, the reason why you say it didn't deserve a sequel is because it was kind of ass.
fucking Hadouken, Shoryuken, Tatsu, or Tatsumaki Senpukyaku, whatever. The fucking those moves. Technically, Ryu had those three things, but goddamn, were they hard or damn near impossible to do.
Oh, the inputs were fucking hard as shit just to do basic
Yeah,
shit.
it was the same. It was the same motions, but it wasn't the same motions. I think I maybe pulled off a Hadouken once playing that fucking game. I haven't tried it that many times, but I've seen arcade machines of it. But the sound device, I think what helped it at least is they tried to have like little sound clips and stuff when people beat him. You know the old Street Fighter 2 victory screens, the go home, be a family man. There used to be stuff like when you played arcade mode as you beat the opponents, they all said the same thing, but it'd be like a beat up version of and they'd say, "What strength?" But don't forget there are guys like you all over the world. And but the sound on it was like, "What strength? But don't forget there are guys like you all over the world." You couldn't understand like what they're saying at all. But what I think is funny about the game, obviously, it eventually got a sequel because Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 took everything there. But what I think is hilarious, which, by the way, guys, if at first you don't succeed, try again. That there is no better example I can give you than Street Fighter 2. You got no business making a sequel to a game nobody wants to fucking play in Street Fighter 1. But you did anyway. And here we are, 30 years later, still playing your series because of how well you did that second one. So yeah, you make a game, you doing something, it don't really work out. Fuck it. Put another one out. Put another one out. One of them a hit. First you don't succeed, try again. Just ask Street Fighter.
But make sure you putting out quality shit. Don't just keep putting out some ass just because
Well,
eventually
yeah.
100 hits of ass will eventually smell like roses. It's like, no, they smell like
Okay.
boo boo ooh ooh. Listen to Outcast. Anyway.
Yeah. Um, even roses maybe. But the bottom line is the game. Oh, what I was talking about the game. What I think is funny about that game. So yes, the fireball, uppercut, and hurricane kick are hard to do, but they hurt like a motherfucker. And for like the first
Oh,
8 stages, you're the only character who can do it. You're the only person with the fireball. So even going against your birdies and eagles, people who would show up later, your geckis and all of them, you fight like 8 people. Like you go around the world like to like 4 countries, or maybe you fight 6. You go to 3 countries, and then the last country is Thailand. But you go to like 3 countries, USA, Britain, and somewhere else, and then you go to Thailand, and that's when you're like, okay, well, I've been beating everybody with if I can pull off the Hadouken, that's like half damage, or like a quarter of their health, or whatever, or like a third of their health. That's cool. If I pull off a Shoryuken, it's like 75%. So if I somehow do it, awesome. But no other character can do this. I'm shitting on everybody, because how are you gonna get in on fireballs if you don't have them or any special moves of your own? You just kind of jump forward and punch as an enemy. And then you go to Thailand and you see this scrawny little motherfucker named Adon. Adon don't have any fireballs or anything either, but he doesn't care. He's going to beat the shit out of you and take your money, and take a lot of your money. I've seen people in real life, like as adults, trying to play the Street Fighter 1 arcade machine and be like, or like play Street Fighter 1 on a arcade machine that like has it, one of those things that has like 80 games or whatever, and just be stuck on Adon for like a couple hours. Just motherfucker just keeps killing him.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, you've seen Adon before. Yeah, I mained him in Street Fighter 4. But if you somehow beat Adon, congratulations. Now we got this guy named Sagat. You may have heard of him. He's like a bigger Adon, more muscular, has an eye patch. Oh, by the way, he also has a fireball, a Shoryuken, and a forward advancing move. So you do all this stuff.
Great guy.
So you go through the whole game like, haha, I'm the only person with these fucking special moves. And then here's the guy like, I'm the final boss. What? And I also have those special moves. Well, that's not fair. And they do more damage than yours. Try again, dude. And it's old school fighting games, so the bosses like do fucking input reading and shit. It's very annoying. It's very annoying to fight. However, the guy, and I think it's either the guy that made Street Fighter 1 ended up being let go from Capcom or going to another company anyway. I forget why he went to SNK, but then he went to SNK and he made a game called Fatal Fury.
Okay, I heard it.
Which main character is a guy named Terry Bogard. And all that stuff went there. It was from that. Which obviously he went on to do great things as well, which again goes back to if you don't succeed, try again in a different fashion. He went there and just like, hey, here's my Terry Bogard guy. He also yells all right when he wins. Oh yeah, when Ryu won in that game, he's like, yeah, all right.
Street Fighter, the original Street Fighter characters. The player takes control of a young Japanese martial artist named Ryu, who competes in the Street Fighter tournament to prove his strength, and the second player takes control of Ryu's former partner and current rival, Ken, who only jumps into the tournament unqualified to challenge Ryu in 2-player matches. Normally, the player, that's a weirdly worded sentence. Normally, the player takes control of Ryu in the single-player mode. However, if the player controlling Ken defeats Ryu in a 2-player match, the winning player will play the remainder of the. Okay, well, basically, so you win, you keep going as Ken.
Yeah.
The differences between the two characters.
If you're the second player and you beat the first player, then you can fight computer as Ken.
That's how all games go. Yeah. The first 8 computer-controlled opponents are from.
Okay, it is the first 8. I was right, but I said 8 the first time.
You were right. You were right.
Light and Joe
from Japan,
Retsu and Geki.
An expelled Shorinji Kimpo instructor, and Geki
and Retsu. It's Eagle and Birdie from England.
Geki is a Tekko Kagi wielding ninja from the United States.
He's got like a
ninja
claw.
From the United States.
Yeah, he's got a claw.
But
Oh
it's a
no, no.
we got this dude
Fighting
from
game. Oh, fighting games love them some American ninjas.
Ultimate
Okay.
Warriors.
No, yeah, but no, you got Geki, who you just mentioned. Guy is American, but he knows ninja stuff. Guy from Final Fight, Guy and Cody and stuff. He's also was in Street Fighter 4. He's got the sneakers and shit. He's a
Okay.
sneaker ninja. Fucking Samurai Warriors is this guy named Galford who went to Japan
Fuck name is Galford.
and I guess he became a ninja or some shit. I think Earthquake's fat ass is also American. I think he's like from Texas. And he's a ninja. But I don't know why they like making American ninjas, but they
That's why I'm
do.
like,
There's also the Spanish ninja Vega. He's not American. Or we
Vega's
call him Vega, but Balrog. Depends. The
he's
Nick
a
with the
ninja.
claw.
I
Yeah.
guess he is a ninja.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's a ninja from Spain.
You got Joe, an underground full contact karate champion. What is full
Joe,
contact?
yeah, you got Joe and Mike, who isn't the same as Mike Bison, aka Balrog. He's a completely different black guy that boxes named Mike.
Full contact karate, any form of karate where competitors spar full contact and allow knockout as winning criteria. So he's a karate there. Okay. Mike, a former heavyweight boxer who once killed an opponent in the ring. Holy shit. Okay.
Why? Okay. Why does every black boxer gotta either be dirty or kill somebody in the ring and be removed from the circuit? That was a common thing in these old fighting games.
Was it
Fucking Mike.
really?
Yes, Mike. Mike Bison, we already mentioned about. Fucking TJ Combo cheated with implants in his arms, and I think he killed somebody in the ring. He was a black boxer, and that game was made in America, to my knowledge. Uh, it wasn't even like the Japanese people saying it. Fucking Jax wasn't a boxer, but and he had reason for it, but eventually that motherfucker had metal arms and he mainly punched you to death with them as a black guy.
Jack was so you said Jax was a
Jax.
boxer. Okay.
He's a soldier. Oh no.
But
But his fighting
he
style
got
is
yeah.
mainly punching you with his mechanical metal arms that he got for story reasons. But trust me, black people just can't be naturally strong punching you in the face. They either are cheating or they killing you with, or they are so strong they kill you.
Because I'm like, you killed a motherfucker in the ring. God damn. From China, Lee, an expert in Chinese
Yeah.
boxing. What
Lee
in
and
the
Gin.
flippity fuck is Chinese boxing compared to regular boxing?
I don't know, but Gin's the other one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Gin, an elderly professional killer who has developed his own assassination art. So this motherfucker is such a professional killer that whatever this art is that he uses to kill people, he made it the fuck up. Stay away from
Well, if you don't know how much of a real motherfucker Gin is, you know Akuma? He's got that move, the Raging Demon or Shangoku Satsu, that's supposed to just fucking insta beat anybody lore wise. It doesn't work on Gin.
what the fuck? Like this motherfucker developed his own fucking style to kill you. He's not an expert in an existing style. No, I kill people so crazy, and he don't just stab you or kill you or shoot you. No, I kill people in such a martial artist assassination art type of fashion that bitch I made it up. What
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck?
lore wise, like Gin is like Akuma, but not really all obsessed with Satsui no Hado. He just eventually gets to the point where he's just that old dude that's looking for someone that's worthy of a challenge. And Akuma's like a younger, older dude that's looking for someone worthy of a challenge. And they fight each other. And I'm not sure if Akuma wins or it's just ends in a draw. But their character intros are both of them using their insta kill move. This is in the Alpha series. They both like you like when you pick them or something. They both use like their insta kill move on each other and just kind of shake it off like round one, fight.
Fuck that.
Or it all depends on your skill. Fight. Go for broke. You can't
That's
give it
the
up. Go
that's
for it, man.
that's the fighting game like voice with
That's
his
Alpha.
like it's like overly hyped. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I'm pretty sure that's Alpha 3, but yeah, you can't give it up. Go for it, man. Triumph or die. I
From
miss
England.
games.
Love it.
Go
From
ahead.
England,
England. Birdie
Birdie,
Eagle.
a tall bouncer who uses a combination of wrestling and boxing techniques. That makes sense.
Who was a white who looked like a white guy in the first game and has been black in every game since. The excuse being he was sick in Street Fighter One, so he looked paler.
Have the creator said shit.
Yes, yes. No, he
I
looked
was gonna say
paler. He looked
I was,
paler in the first game because he was under the weather.
I
He's
was gonna
been
say
black. He's canonically black. They're
if the
saying yes,
fans
even
said
though he
that,
looked white in the first one,
I
motherfucker was
gotta
black.
I gotta look this man up.
And now he's fat. Street Fighter Five, they made him fat.
Wait, I typed in the wrong guy. What's his name? Birdie. I typed in Eagle.
Yeah,
Okay,
Eagle's a Freddie Mercury dude.
okay. Birdie, Street Fighter. Street Fighter 1. Images.
I think it's a Win quote where he says that I was pale because I got sick or something like that.
What the? Because I was gonna say, did the fans say that shit as some joke, haha, fan shit? But the creator said that. They need to chill out. That's so funny. All right.
It was he was
I looked at
originally
the picture.
depicted with light skin in the original game, but is depicted with dark skin in Alpha, with the explanation being he was pale due to an illness. They said, you know what? We need more black characters that ain't Balrog. Fuck it. If we're bringing that Birdie guy back, just make him black. But wouldn't you? But aren't people gonna get mad? Nah, we're not saying we changed him to be black. We're gonna say he was always black. He was just sick.
Well, what was the sickness, sir?
Uh,
You were gonna say something incredibly like fucked up and like very politically incorrect. I don't know what you were going to say, but I know you well enough to know that face.
yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say either, but I couldn't even rephrase it, so I'm not saying it. The bottom line is he
Hopefully,
got
you'll
sick.
remember and you can tell me when we finish recording because I'm very curious.
I
Anyway,
got nothing, man.
I was trying to lob that for you to like
Yeah,
tell
I
me,
know.
fuck you,
Yeah.
shut up, your something, Anyway,
Mhm.
um, Eagle, a well-dressed bodyguard of a wealthy family who uses
Yeah.
Kali sticks,
Yeah. He's cool. He shows up in CVS 2 and some versions of the Alpha series. He
and
looks
then
like Freddie Mercury with or at least he's based off of with the like mustache and
oh shit,
shit.
got buck teeth. No, I'm joking.
I mean, maybe, but he's never been in a game with good enough graphics to show.
And like you said, after the first 8 challengers are defeated, the player is taken to Thailand for the last 2 adversaries. Adon, a deadly Muay Thai master,
Mm-hmm.
and
Sagat.
his mentor Sagat, the reputed emperor of Muay Thai and the game's final opponent. He's the emperor of Muay Thai.
Yeah, no, Sagat's that dude in universe, and then Ryu beats him with the fucking shit Shoryuken. And the rest of the series, Sagat has a scar on his chest, and he doesn't like Ryu until I think around Street Fighter 4 or 5, where he finds inner peace and just wants to pursue his own strength goals. And around the time of Street Fighter 4, Adon's like, well, fuck you, Sagat, giving up being the best or whatever. I'm going to be the new Emperor King of Muay Thai. Jaguars are better than Tigers, motherfucker. I mean, I like Tigers more. Jaguars can bite stronger, though.
I'm trying to think which one we had. Me and Ibn, shout out to Big Bro.
I don't
Street
think you
Fighter
had a
me.
Tiger.
I think we I think we had Street Fighter 2 like Ultimate Edition or Champion Edition or some shit.
There's like 80 versions of it. Capcom loved still to this day. Luckily, patches and stuff make it happen less, but they love re-releasing their game with like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 New Warriors, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, Super Street Fighter 2. Yeah, HD Remix was around 2008, 2009 ish.
It's so crazy too.
Snake Eyes, if you've heard of him, the player won Evo for HD Remix with Zangief.
No, I haven't with them. But it's crazy when you think about it though. Like looking at the pictures, because I remember playing Street Fighter 2 being like, a wee lad. I remember playing the hell out of Street Fighter when I was younger, right? And it's crazy looking at like the images, because I didn't know, because I was young. We was playing a motherfucking Sega, right? Like the original fucking Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I I have all memories of playing Street Fighter 2. Didn't realize, necessarily what the game before that shit looked like. And I'm sure me and a whole bunch of other people, our intro to Street Fighter 2 might as well have been where the fucking series started.
In everybody's mind canon, it is.
And it's
A
just
lot of
funny.
people forget about Street Fighter One even existing.
It's just funny looking at like the images of Street Fighter 2, which I remember, and then the images of the original Street Fighter and how shitty it looks. Like the original Street Fighter looked shitty, and then Street Fighter 2 looks amazing. It looks great. It's like, what the fuck happened here, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
And suddenly
damn.
everybody wants to be Street Fighter 2.
And what number are we on now? Like 6?
We are on 6, but
Okay.
it's been 30 years and there have been so many different versions and other mini versions of things in between, different series. Your Street Fighter Alpha series, which timeline wise takes place between Street Fighter 1 and 2.
What's your favorite fighting game?
In
Have you ever
general?
thought about it? Huh?
In general?
Yeah, have you ever thought about it?
Oh, yeah, Soul Calibur 2.
Really? I don't think I ever asked you that.
Oh, no, that's the easiest question you could ask me.
Damn.
I
The
literally have multiple damn near 20-year long friendships that started because of that game. That
I was
game, without meeting these people at a Soul Calibur 2 machine in college, freshman year, I don't think I've always had an affinity toward fighting games.
right.
But finding out that they're, one, taking them any more seriously than mashing buttons, ha ha ha, I mash buttons like my buddies and I do it better. Uh One, I wouldn't have got nearly as in depth that way and actually improved at them. Two, I wouldn't have even known that tournaments existed. Three, there are like 80 other fighting games. The whole path of fighting games that I've gone down since then doesn't happen. There's no CEO. He said wearing like decked out in CEO merchandise. The hat matches the shirt. But there's no CEO. There's no Evo the time I went there. There's no buying a fight stick. Never used one of these things in my life till that Soul Calibur 2 machine. No, that the Soul Calibur 2, none non-hyperbolically changed my life. Soul Calibur 2.
Damn. I never asked you that. I didn't know that. Damn. Shit. That's like actually kind of. So you're saying not just because of the game itself, as far as like the mechanics and the fighting or whatever, but because of all
I mean
things.
that too.
But because of all things associated with it outside of just the gameplay.
Correct. Yeah. Like I obviously love the gameplay because we bonded over liking the game.
Right.
But and I've went to a local sometime mid to late last year with a buddy of mine who I think I'm not sure if I've called them anything on this show. I'll just say Frames. With a buddy of mine I'm gonna call Frames. Went to a little local that had like a small Soul Calibur 2 tournament. I hadn't entered Soul Calibur 2 in a long time. I normally play Cervantes, Cervantes de Leon. I usually play him, or at least from college on. Before that, I used to be more of a nightmare and had like a Cervantes as my second best character back when we did those team battles. But I hadn't played in a while. So I'm like, so we were dicking around practicing, and I picked the character Assassin. And it's like, yeah, Assassin's legal, but don't nobody really play him. Like, well, if he's legal, oh wait, he's got some cheap stuff. I'm just gonna go here and see who knows what to do against his BS. And I got third place. I was like a hit away from pretty much getting second. I would have gotten second to Frames. Then again, I never face Frames in tournament. I've only done it once, and it was at another small local when Street Fighter V had just come out. Frames doesn't really play 2D fighters. Frames is more about the 3D fighters. Um, so I've never gotten to play them outside of that one Street Fighter thing. And I did win that, haha, but it's not a real victory because they don't really play that series.
Do I
Now, if
know?
I beat them in another series that's 3D fighting made by Namco, which again I won't say the name of, you'll hear it in a few weeks, at least when it pops out of your head. You guys should know by now. But that other 3D fighter made by Namco, oh, I can't touch them in that at all. I may be able to get some games off of them in Soul Calibur.
Do I know the person you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, but I mean, it's been so long. It's been 11 years and counting since I've gone down and visited y'all, man.
Yeah. Thought about inviting you this year, but real life got in the way for that one. So
I mean, I would love to come down this year, but real life got in the way of me possibly being able to make them arrangements.
that's what I'm saying. The real life of the situation
I
didn't
get
line up.
I know.
But
I was gonna say I remember after I went down in 2013, I went down, had a great time, and then you were even like the next year you hit me up and you were just like, "Hey man, you gonna come back, man? The guys miss you, man. We want to see you." What's up? And I was like, "Damn, I didn't have the means to, dude." I was like, "Ah," and then life, life got a way of even if you have the means at times, life has a way of steering you and being like, "Go this way." Now you go this way. Now you go, and other shit happens. So, but
oh
it was
man, you want to go to Evo for the second year in a row? What if the world stopped?
that happened to a lot of people in a lot of different situations for a
What if you
lot of
injured your back and had to get a new job and make less money? What if that happened? That'd be cool,
yeah.
right?
You told me about that story, which was crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Still have back problems.
Damn. Have you gone to like any type of physical therapy type shit?
Yes.
Okay.
It is what it is, man. You know me. That's just what it is, baby. Pain is a sign that you're alive, baby. The only
That is
time
the
you
most
don't feel pain
gaslighting
is when
is
you're
fucking.
dead.
That's the most gaslighting is fucking shit to say to somebody. Pain is a sign that you alive, baby. Let me not make that joke. That is a terrible joke. Let me not make. Took you a second. Woo! Took you a
Wow.
second for that one.
Wow. Well, I heard the gaslight thing, just like I'm just thinking lying to someone in general, but then you're like, oh God, let me not make whatever joke. And then I'm like, what else could you make with oh.
I will say, everybody, I shouldn't have made the joke. I don't do that to know, but it is a very good thing that Pete's first reaction was not to follow me and understand where I was coming from. He had to think about it. That's good. It is good that he did not know what the fuck I was thinking about. Because if he instantly was like, "Oh yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta," there would be a fucking problem.
I hit you with the Sean Connery. I believe what everyone needs.
He did say some shit like that. He did say some bullshit like that. Oh my god. What is going on? All the celebrities now, like a lot of the motherfuckers, like they starting to get found out like a motherfucker, bro. Like I think I was talking about this with Ibn the other day. Fucking, or not Ibn, somebody. Fucking R. Kelly, Vince McMahon, Diddy. Uh, I mean, true or not, the fucking smear campaign that Kendrick Lamar
I'm
tried
about
to
to say
get
no. Drake's done. That career is over.
True or not, Kendrick was like fucking career
Yeah,
assassination on that man.
yeah. It's guilt. Those kind of things, because of the nature and the seriousness behind them, are generally considered guilty upon accusation anyway. But when it becomes a hit that they're playing at basketball games and not even just in the arena in like Toronto or
It's the
against
song of
Toronto
the
to make fun of
summer.
them, they were playing it in the commercial breaks. They're like, we'll be back until your NBA finals. And this. They not like us. They not like us. They
Bro,
not like us.
I was looking at a girl on Instagram scrolling through my shit, and she was like popping ass to this fucking song. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? Like, dude, it's the song of the summer. Is Hovey Ho? Like, what? Like, what?
Yeah, they
Certified pedophile. Oh, that's my shit. What?
A
Uh,
minor.
but all motherfuckers now, like, all of them are getting found out for doing bullshit, dog. Or just being, like, people just don't agree with what you're saying. Like, of course, Kanye ain't necessarily get found out for flat out doing like a heinous thing per se, but he has said some stupid shit. So it's just like everything is like all the people are just getting found out. It's like, oh shit. Oh man. I
Look
don't know.
at Diddy's stupid ass.
Well, yeah, I said Diddy, and I mean,
This motherfucker
the video they got
on
leaked.
camera being a terrible person.
It looked like some
And
without going in, it looked like some horror movie shit. Because I was looking at
yeah,
it,
a terrible person.
and he's
And then this motherfucker come out here with the fucking YouTube apology.
apology. Oh, they
I was in
fucking
a
apology.
difficult place in my life. I really feel terrible. Watching that video made me sick to my stomach.
The fucking apology.
I'm trying to do better. Going to rehab. Do it again.
And
Can't
you might
stop, won't stop. Bad boy.
the biggest thing with that, man, is
You ain't going nowhere.
if you really felt sorry, people really felt sorry, then you would kind of apologize for the shit if you did shortly after it happened.
Or, don't do it for years and then wait for her to sue you like 8 years
That's
later.
what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying. You're not gonna like I'm gonna do it, get away with it, and then all of a sudden when it gets leaked and there's an issue, right? Then all of a sudden I'm not,
when I can't go to jail for it anymore because statute of limitations bullshit.
what fucking fucking Kevin Spacey with what happened with his ass and shit. And then he gonna fucking because it's supposed to be him and a young boy or whatever at the party. So then he gonna say after he gets found out, this makes me want to go back to when I questioned my own sexuality. And it's like, dude, no, we're not doing this. We're not playing this game. Like, and Wanda Sykes was even like, no, you don't get to hide under the rainbow now. Don't do that shit. They're like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know, man. Hollywood is an evil place. And this was something that years ago, because of the fact that I've been, doing this whole acting shit, and acting has been pretty much my life for, over 10 years and whatever, and all that shit. And I started a company or whatever. I remember me and some of my friends, we even talked about like, damn, Hollywood kind of fucked up, and we're pursuing this shit.
I
It,
see.
it,
That's why I don't like to call it like to blame all of fucking Hollywood because I
it's
don't
not
think that
all of it.
everybody that wants to be an actor is some inherent fucking pedophile sex trafficker.
No, it's not all of Hollywood. It's not. It's not. It's not all.
Like,
It's definitely not straight up absolute like that. But it's just
I
one of the,
there are some people, and yeah, but the problem is without any evidence, we can't just say all of Hollywood because we need to be because of the serious nature of these allegations. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like I said,
But there are a lot of them. There are a
it's just
lot of them.
it's a lot of motherfuckers in Hollywood, and it's a lot of motherfuckers in Hollywood who have big names and or a lot of power, and that's where the issues come in. And I mean, who knows who doing what behind the scenes for what with what, and all that shit. motherfuckers behind the scenes. Shout out to last week's episode, motherfuckers behind the scenes playing patty cake, just so they can get put on and shit.
Patty cake. Patty cake. Patty cake.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, yeah, like you said last week, I guess we brought up Who Framed Roger Rabbit amongst that myriad of things we brought up last week.
I saw you titled it just like old times.
Yeah, I mean, what
The
am I
purpose-
supposed to talk about? We talked about like 80 things.
The purpose of the show is we talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
And you could make it seem like it, but there is an actual sequential order to this shit and a linear flow. Oh, someone else who has sequential order and linear flows to things that seemingly don't follow but actually do just dropped a video / song. And what would this be if we get back to old times if we didn't talk about Eminem extensively?
Oh, okay.
You know,
I actually have not heard Houdini.
Yeah, oh, did you know that?
I've heard of Houdini.
Oh yeah,
Heard Houdini.
It is very, everybody is saying, very reminiscent of old school Eminem.
Oh, okay.
The immediate vibes you get listening to this on purpose, because Eminem has always been self-aware as fuck. On purpose, the immediate vibes are Without Me. The video, he wakes up in bed like he did in the old video with the two girls kissing on him and shit. He wakes up in bed, but it's different. And I like too that on his nightstand he had a can of Liquid Death because he's been sober for like 16 some years. So I'm like, okay, I see what you did, And he's like, he does callbacks to shit like Dr. Dre is driving the mobile that he gets in, and he's dressed up like Robin and shit, and he's rapping kind of like Without Me. Yeah, so no, it was cool. I can't wait to see his next album. Because supposedly he's supposed to be coming out with an album called The Death of Slim Shady. I think that might be the title. I don't know. The video itself, he's got like him dressed up like his old school self and him dressed up like new Eminem and then rapping side by side and shit. And then at one point he combines them and shit. It was cool. Everybody is saying, "Oh shit, Slim Shady is back. Slim Shady is back," and it reminds you of Without Me instantly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I really did enjoy it. Like, is it like, the best fucking song ever? I mean, no, but it's not supposed to be. It's just Eminem doing what he does best, which is silly bullshit with crazy ass, like rhyme schemes. I liked it.
It was a little bit crazy sometimes.
What, you get a little bit out of control. My rhymes, is that the next thing you're gonna say?
His rhymes. They're not mine.
Oh, okay.
Good God. Just do a little song.
I said Without Me. Without Me was on the Eminem show.
I'm aware, but you just talked about the motherfucker going crazy.
We're not gonna do Encore.
Nick, that's not Encore. That's not
Just Lose It is Encore.
No, song is Just Lose It.
That's why I said Just Lose It is Encore, I thought.
Oh, it's on the Encore album. Okay. But you would call it
You
the
think I
song
meant to-
Encore. I'm like, that's not Encore.
Does Eminem have a song called Encore?
I don't know. Does he?
No, as far as I know, I could be wrong.
Okay, yeah. It definitely ain't Just Lose It.
Oh my God. What are we arguing right now? I'm so confused.
You were talking about an album. I thought you
I
were
follow-
miscalling
I'm
what the
joking.
song is. That's all. I was just like, oh, yeah, you meant the album. Like, no, that's not what the song is called. The fuck?
No, I was talking about the album Encore. Yes.
No, I did the crazy sometimes just because you mentioned him, like, he'd be talking about crazy shit.
I followed everything. I just said what the fuck because, what the fuck. But I follow you. I follow you. You're good. You're cool. You're cool. Fuck you. You're cool. No, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and again, shout out to Ibn who said last night when I was sitting down with him and my mom and we eating and shit. And shout out to Ibn who said, yeah, I'm sure that you already heard Eminem's new album. I was like, first off, it's a song, not an album. Sure, you already heard Eminem's new song, new album. because even I'm not gonna listen to it because I already know it's gonna be bad. Now I don't even want to listen. I'm like, will you fucking give it a chance, bitch?
Nah,
Well,
dog.
Eminem ain't put out nothing good in so long. Like, I'm like, Ibn, everybody has said that this shit is good and Eminem is back and blah blah. You gotta at least listen to the shit,
Nah,
motherfucker.
dog. Too mainstream. It's like some WWE shit. People think it's good, but it ain't. It's about that underground shit, that AEW shit, where
AEW
wrestling
is
happens.
underground. AEW is not underground.
I mean, when it won't be really fun. Oh no, I'm kidding. I like AEW.
Like I said, the whole thing is AEW is the most mainstream viable competitor to WWE since WCW. No, AEW is not mainstream. I mean, not underground. But no, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to it because I already know it's gonna be bad. Like, bitch, give it a chance. I love my brother, but like I said, when I texted, yeah, I texted both of y'all because I was texting Ibn about the Wrestling Jeopardy shit. And I know I texted both of y'all like, hey, Ibn, this is the Wrestling Jeopardy channel I was talking about first, and y'all listening and watching. Shout out to Wrestling Jeopardy, who I'm watching them be on the climb, getting more subscribers, being able to put ads in their videos and all that shit is dope as fuck.
That
But
was
like,
boring.
yeah, once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks or so, they do like a Jeopardy style thing where they do like the 200, 400, all the way to 1,000 round with harder questions about wrestling shit. And it's just fun to watch, even if you don't fully play the way they suggest. It's just fun, guessing, what's the answers and shit. Hey, Ibn, this is the wrestling thing I was talking about. And then Ibn said, what, Pete?
Oh, that was boring. I think about it.
And I'm just, well, he said he watched it. He's like, I
I
watched it after he
watched it, but
talked
it was
about it.
boring.
And I'm like, and then what did I text back? With a laughing face, because it's true, but it's like, dang, I was like, you find a lot of stuff boring or lame, dude. No, I don't. I love you, bro. I love
Hey,
you.
it is
I
what it
swear I love you.
is.
I
You
swear I love
just there are some things that I forget off the top of my head. I can't think of it, but I know there have been numerous times where I expect him to not like something, and he ends up liking it, and I'm like, wow, I did not expect you. And it would be something I like too, but I'd just be surprised that oh shit, it does like this. But that's
you. I
cool.
mean,
But
and
that's what
you could
makes people people. Us being different and having different opinions.
you could say on the flip side of that, in some cases, you could say that I give things too much of the benefit of the doubt than is necessary in some cases in that regard. So, because some people could be like, Jazz, this shit is stupid. Well, let's see. It's like, bruh, we knew it was stupid 30 minutes ago. Why are you going to watch another 30 minutes? So, you could say that too. So,
Does that make me the one in the middle, or am I the one on the opposite of the end of the spectrum from you?
how do you view things at times? Sometimes I give shit too much leeway, and sometimes Ibn doesn't give it enough. Uh,
Feel like I'm pretty bipolar in that regard.
so no, no, no. You know what? It's not that you don't give things a chance because you do, but I think your thing is you typically have the categories of what you like sewn up. So you will give it a chance, but you don't necessarily look for new shit. I like anime, I like wrestling, I like fighting games. So I'm not opposed to other stuff, but I know what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I can give you that. But yeah, I do think that I think I'm somewhere in the middle between the two, or on the even, or on the maximum negative. But I don't think I'm the maximum negative.
I don't think none of us are maximum.
For one, I know we both like Dragon Ball Z and fighting games. Well, no, Ibn likes fighting games. He just doesn't like a lot of them.
I don't know how true
He
that is.
likes the one that begins with a T, and he likes Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
Doesn't like Street Fighter, but
he
you don't
doesn't.
like Street Fighter. I don't think he does.
Street Fighter is cool. It's just as it started getting down the line and 4, 5, 6 and all that shit, it got very boring to watch.
For you. Oh, because Street Fighter 5 and 6 are both more aggressive than 4 was. And 6 being a
It's the
more
footsie.
offensive
It's
based
the
and
footsie.
everything. Have you seen anything from Street Fighter 6?
Tournament wise, no.
I'm about to say, if you ain't seen these motherfuckers turn green and go fucking across the screen and kill each other in like 2 combos, it's still
Uh,
a fun game. Street Fighter 6 is probably one of the more fun Street Fighters I've played in a minute. I think I like it overall more than 5, and I enjoyed 5.
I'm gonna have to check out Street Fighter Six tournament play. Then I haven't watched any tournament play of anything in a minute though. My favorite shit to watch tournament play of, to be honest, because
Marvel.
yeah, it was just so fast paced and just
Yeah.
so chaotic,
Yeah.
crazy.
And Street Fighter 6 ain't gonna be Marvel. I'm gonna
Right.
just go ahead and say that. Marvel is Marvel. Now, there's a game called that League of Legends is making, the people behind it, they're making called, I hate the name of it, 2XKO. Really wish they would have just called it like League of Fighters or some stupid shit. Something anything better. Or hell, Project L as they called it for like 2 years.
What's wrong with 2X KO?
It sounds stupid.
Or it just two times KO, two-time
How
knockout.
about double knockout?
There you go.
How about not 2XKO, sounding like you're like a crypto coin or some shit.
But
Or a
see,
stock.
there I go, giving shit a little too much leeway.
And there I go up on the stage. Um, there I go. Playing roll again. Zoom probably just muted me when I did that part. There I go.
In on my own.
Nah, I was doing Turn to Page, a song drunk people do at karaoke, which is the only
On
reason I
that
know it exists.
only road I've ever known.
On the road again.
Uh, uh. Okay, I can't think of road, but I got you. I'm on the highway to hell. There you go. That's a road.
Motherfucker. Oh, they're gonna continue. All right. All right. Hold tight. I'm a highway star.
What song is that?
Highway Star, Deep Purple. All right, hold tight. I'm a highway star. It was literally the commercial for Rock Band when it came out. The
That's it.
fuckers on top of the car. I'm gonna take my car, I'm gonna race it to the ground. Nobody gonna be my power, it's gonna
I
break
can't think
the
of shit.
speed of sound. Ooh, it's a killing machine.
Oh no, I got one. I got one. I got one.
Everything.
I got one. All right. Highway to the danger zone. Danger zone.
Yes.
What?
No, it's a good one.
Why you what?
I was singing it before we even started recording.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Well, hey, we're
Which is why I
recording.
tried to go for something else with Highway Star because I'm
Okay,
like I already
okay.
did Highway to the Danger.
All right, let me think. Let me try to think of another one. Then.
Yeah.
Let me try to think of another one. Let me try to think of another one.
Shit, now I'm trying to think of them. There's a lot of Highway songs. Come on.
No, I had.
Oh,
Fuck, I had one. No, because I know it's my turn. I know it's my turn. I have one. Fuck, what's that song by Stone Temple Pilots? Where the dude is like, he about like got to be on the road to leave his wife and shit. Like interstate some shit. Oh well.
Interstate 69.
That's not the name of it, I don't think.
Interstate number 69.
You just making some shit up. What the fuck is that?
Summer of 69, but we try to make it Interstate 69. Back in the summer of 69.
But it's like boom, boom,
No,
boom. I can't.
there's that life is a highway.
That wasn't the song I was thinking of, but there.
Yeah, when you said Stone Temple Pilots, I'm like, I don't know anything by them, at least by name.
I think the song that I'm thinking of, you know, but you didn't know it was them because for the longest time I didn't know it was them.
Oh, probably. That's why I said at least by name. I looked at the camera.
Anyway,
would be Pinky Outs. Actually, they have the most popular song of 1984. You know, before you were born.
Stone Temple Pilots
In a
is
genre you aren't likely to have grown up listening to?
Stone Temple Pilots is the Alexa Bliss of the Four Horsewomen, as Stone Temple Pilots is to the Big Four of the grunge era, where they might as well be included, but they are just outside. What the fuck did you think of?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at myself. I heard you. The Alexa Bliss thing. Like Stone Temple Pilots is the Alexa Bliss of the as to the Force Horsewoman as Stone Temple Pilots is to the thing. And I just was looking at myself and I just went, what? But I get what you were saying. It's just the way you said it. You're like, Stone Temple is as to Alexa Bliss, as to Alexa Bliss is to this,
I
as
said it kind of,
they
I said
are
it
to
kind of
this.
convoluted.
So that's why I was just like, what? And then I
No,
laughed, looking at myself saying what,
but
because
yeah,
I
like,
am easily amused by myself.
but yeah, basically, because Alexa Bliss might as well be included with the Four Horsewomen, but she's technically not. Stone Temple Pilots might as well be included with the Big Four of the grunge era, but they're not. The Big Four, what are they? Soundgarden, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains. Yeah. Anyway,
I know at least one song by each of them.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so not the Stone Temple Pilot ones, the ones you said. Pearl Jam, I'm pretty sure they had Still Alive.
Alive, but yes.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Another song I only really know because of drunk motherfuckers at karaoke. Man in the Box, Alice in Chains.
Dope song. That crunch guitar is crazy.
Uh, Nirvana has that one that likes all the pretty songs and he likes to sing along and he likes to shoot his gun, but he knows not what it means, knows not what it means when I say yeah. Obviously, they also have Smells Like Teen Spirit and 80,000 other ones. Are you kidding me? Who doesn't know Nirvana? And what was the fourth one you said? Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come, Wash Away the Rain? All four of those in Rock Band, by the way.
And the fact that Soundgarden literally like made a fucking crazy hardcore song about.
Weren't they Spoon Man?
I was just about to say about a motherfucker who played spoons.
Spoon
literally, you can look him up. The dude's name is Artist, Artiss, Artist the Spoon Man.
Oh, that was about a real dude. That's
yes,
hilarious.
yes, who would strip perform playing spoons, and he would be in that motherfucker going to town playing spoons and shit. And
That's fantastic.
And they over here went hard, going crazy, and it was one of their hits.
Yes, that was also in Rock Band.
And it was just a motherfucker who would play the spoons, where he would just take two fucking pieces of silverware used to eat soup and cereal, and beat these motherfuckers together.
Soup and cereal.
Anyway, soup and cereal, beginning and end. We have come to the end of this fucking video. We did it a long time ago. We are over time and have been by a minute. So all that
wondering about that.
Yeah. So all that being said, I was gonna end it, but then you said I can name it something I wanted to. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta hear this. Okay. That because I love the grunge era. So anyway, but all that being said, if you would like to follow us on our respective socials, please go ahead and look for your boy. You can find and follow me on Twitter under the handle SuperJazz2. So that's going to be spelled SUPERJAZ2. You can go ahead and find and follow me on Instagram under the name Forever Super Jazz. The word forever is spelled correctly. And if you would like to, I have started a theater company a year ago. We have a big play coming for y'all a little later. So you can go ahead and look on Facebook. You can go ahead and look that up right now.
Ooh, we can announce the name now.
It's already been announced. Yeah.
Just let me go, oh, we can announce the name now. It's already been announced. Oh.
Oh yeah, well, for some reason I haven't said it on here, which is the dumbest thing ever. But no, I'm doing Top Dog Underdog by Susan Laurie Parks in October. October 4th is going to be opening night for 6 nights, 2 weekends, first 2 weekends of October. Myself and another actor who I will not yet name, we're going to be doing that So please go ahead, find and follow on Facebook Aquarian Rising Productions, which is the name of the company, to go ahead and stay up to date with everything with the theater company and that show. That is Aquarian Rising Productions, Aquarian, not Aquarius. Where can they find you, sir?
Well, obviously they can find me here on the Whatever We Want podcast channel. You can also find me on the channel Feo Grande,
Oh, snap.
which, by the way, I guess we should actually say it if we're doing things, or
Yeah,
should
go
we
ahead.
just
Yeah.
not go ahead? Yeah, so for season 4, because we had the 2 channels anyway, we're thinking
Try a little
about
experiment.
consolidated this show into the other Feo Grande channel that has all the other things, but we're gonna see first how it goes. But that's why if you're on the Feo Grande channel, you're like, what the fuck is this Whatever We Want thing with its 3 episodes? That came out of nowhere. It's season 4. Yes, it is. You can go check out all 3 other seasons. They will be linked in either in the description or at the end of the video with the playlist. But yeah, so we're trying it out on both, trying to see if it's easier for things to all be consolidated on one channel for everything to be shown and kind of feed eyeballs into everything rather than tell people, oh, if you want to see more of us, go here. So we're just trying that out. You can also, but that other channel is Feo Grande, Feo Grande. Mentioned that. And like I said, the channel with the other things, Whatever We Want podcast, real easy to find. Anyhow, I also have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by, and yeah, yeah, got shows and stuff. I've been talking in circles, so
You like look like you about to say more, and then you just cut yourself
yeah,
off.
because I realized in explaining that we'll be on both channels, I didn't do my usual part about saying what other shows are on Feo Grande. So that's why I was like, but I've been talked in a circle like 5 times.
You if you want to or not.
But
But
yeah, I guess.
I guess
Well,
not. Go ahead.
yeah, I guess I can say it. Yes, on Tuesdays we got a show called "This Guy Hasn't Seen." A
Dope
good friend of
show.
mine, good friend of the channel, good friend of the show, Bill Smith.
Dog.
We review movies and stuff that we trade back and forth. Jazz, Super Jazz has been on there a few times as well. So it's Big Bro Ibn and a slew of other guest characters. Uh, Also have a show on Saturdays called "You Don't Watch Sports." Two guys, me, I
Dope
do it
show.
with Bill as well. Two guys talking about 3 sports topics. There's 2 casual fans helping you sprinkle a little casual sports kind of information into your conversation, being your guiding light through the sea of sports talk. And yeah, there we go. Got those shows. That's on Saturdays. This guy haven't seen this on Tuesdays. This is on Wednesdays. That's 3 shows a week.
Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on, people. But
Let's
all that
go.
being
Working
said,
on a 4th that's not necessarily weekly, called Mock Draft. First episode is up on that as well.
dope show. But yeah, come on, people. Check out the stuff, consume the content, give some feedback. But all that being said, in all seriousness, whatever you decide to do, we thank you for watching, even if it was just for a second, watching and checking out the content that we do provide. So, you know what? Till next time, thank you for watching and be nice to yourself, everybody.
Be happy, damn it. Adiosness.